Well, this is for all of you guys out there that are asking me my thoughts and opinions on this story that has popped up across many different outlets here in the past few days about a megastructure that could be around a star. First off, just the fact that they're talking about something like this is just another hint, in my opinion, to what's going on here. They've already talked about finding water all over the place. And, 10 years ago, it used to be where there's water, there's life. It seems everyone forgot that, and they're not paying attention. So now we have statements being made by astronomers saying that the star located 1,500 light years from Earth is exhibiting strange flickering behavior. And some of them believe that there's huge blocks, like huge squares that are blocking out the light, and that it's not completed, so to speak. There's light coming through it. It's the only thing that they can think of, what some would call a Dyson sphere, that is around this F-type star. This is called star KIC 8462852. And at this point, they're the only ones that have the images or any other data that they're not sharing with us. Because if they're seeing this, they could simply show us, and they're not. Now, that would be game changing. Why don't people ask those questions? So they're saying that potentially there's an object like this around the star, catching the light. Now, I, for one, believe this is very possible. Very possible. I, for one, believe that inside some of these bodies out here, that inside of them, they're not hollow to the core with molten rock. They have a star. They have a star. Some sort of energy that is burning on the inside core, which would also give rise to the reason of auroras at the poles, where there are holes in almost every planet, especially in our solar system. Venus has two at the top and bottom. Yet people are not asking questions, where do those holes go to? It's rather obvious to me, but when it comes to space, you're going to see all types of this stuff, all types of things going on, and most people out there, your average Joe, can't even begin to wrap their head around something like this. But you see, for those that don't want to believe, I caught a monster object, and that's the size of Earth, and this is the object, and it was feeding on the sun, tethered to it, and that tether of energy snaps as it backs away and coils back, and it's jaw-dropping. I've had so many people asking me about that footage, and I send them right to the archives where they can get it themselves, and they see it, and they're in disbelief. They say, what is this? I'm telling you, there's a lot out there they're not telling you. And if there's objects bigger than Earth feeding off the sun, how many people out there are going to be able to wrap their head around that? So, people can say whatever they want. Debunk it. These are from the archived stuff, and you can go through it. And there's guys out there that come out with some awesome stuff. And you can see here, I've got other shots of other stuff. And it goes on and on and on when it comes to anomalies by the sun. So, talking about a megastructure out there around one, I don't doubt it one bit. When you talk advanced civilizations, building, it could be in the process of building some type of planet. And that could be what's at the heart of planets. An energy source, a small star. And people just don't know it, just don't get it, because they're told different. And inside of every planet could actually be the safest place to be. especially if you have your own energy source. It would explain the auroras and a lot of other things, like Admiral Byrd, Hitler and his missions, all of that. It all went down for a reason. Also, all the mythology. It's not myth, it's actually your history. The Vimanas, all that. That they're talking about what really went down. And I know, when you live a life on a world, on a planet, it's the cruelest thing you can do is not know your history and to keep those secrets from man. To not know your true being and essence. All that's about to come out in the wash. The awakening has begun, and I also find it very curious how this new Star Wars is being dropped right on cue. And what's it called? The Force Awakens. I'm going to be putting out another big video over on Zeekly. Quite a few. Keep an eye out for it in terms of all this ancient history, the stuff they're keeping secret, and all the stuff that seems to always get removed off of YouTube. I'm going to try to get it all together in one good piece to explain a good chunk of history that is there if you go looking. The Emerald Tablets, things of that nature. Do your research. It's been Dabu7, Eyes to the Skies.